In the cock! Ha! Right in the nads!
The third degree resides in this weird spot where it simultaneously sucks and lives up to the name of direct upgrade. The main reason for that is random crits. Random crits make the third degree absolutely menacing on servers that have them enabled. But despite this potential to be diabolical, this filamental fire axe feels fairly feeble for fostering free firepower formulated for fighting freakishly fanatical physicians. I think the third degree needs some attention. Here's why. The third degree was added back in 2011. That's it. Nothing has changed about this weapon since then. The third degree is just the stock fire axe, except that it also hits players connected via healing beams. Healing beams being limited to medi beams and the one-way connection via the amputator. That's all there is to the third degree. Simple weapon, simple concept, with a load of controversy surrounding it. Reason being, the weapon is a direct upgrade to the stock fire axe. It has one upside with no downsides to balance it out. But despite the fact that it has no downsides, the third degree is and is not a good weapon. It sucks, but it also doesn't. Primarily because the third degree is really good when you manage to randomly crit a medic through their own medi beam. In every other scenario without random crits, you are typically better off using something else. Let's run some mental exercises to affirm this. Scenario 1. You come across a player being healed by a medic in a server with random crits enabled. You waltz up to the player, smack them with a random crit, down the medic and maybe the healing patient along with him, and then probably die. Huzzah! Dopamine acquired. Scenario 2. You come across a player being healed by a medic in a server with random crits enabled. You waltz up to the player, smack them for 65 damage, and... oh shit, nothing happens. Scenario 3. You are now playing on a server with random crits disabled.
It's free real estate.
These fun little mental exercises show us that the third degree's usefulness relies on three things: random crits being enabled, players being connected via healing beams, and enemy players being totally unaware of the pyro's presence. It's a textbook situational weapon. Thankfully, the existence of clueless medics occurs often enough that it makes the third degree seem viable. On top of that, so few people use the third degree in the first place that no medics ever expect it, so they get caught off guard. And most notably, random crits occur with such frightening frequency on melee weapons that they do make the third degree viable. But that is the single biggest problem with the third degree. Most of its impact relies on random crits, so outside of casual, the third degree is much weaker, but still marginally useful. Think of it this way: when random crits are disabled, you are always stuck at 65 damage per swing without any additional benefits, unless you are hitting someone being healed by a medic. Then you double your damage output to 130 damage per swing, but that damage is being split between two people. It's not being focused into one target. There is nothing special or highly useful about half that damage being put into the medic's healing patient, since it's being replenished at about the same time. It does chip away at overheal and resets crit heals, but that's about it. The only legitimate strategy that I can see without random crits is to land damage on the medic so that he becomes an easier target. The damage you are dealing on the medic is influential, so long as you have someone backing you up to take it the rest of the way home by finishing him off. Alternatively, if you are close enough to the medic already, you can finish him off yourself with a flamethrower or your secondary. Another strategy that one could employ would be to attack with your flamethrower first to inhibit the medic's ability to heal his patient, and then attack with the third degree. That way, more of the damage you land on the healing patient will, stick. Following the general strategy of weakening the medic with the third degree does create a shred of viability, but without random crits, the situational nature of the third degree makes it pale in comparison to the Pyro's other main offensive melee option, the Extinguisher, which can deal 100 to 141 damage on hit to someone who is on fire. Dealing this bonus damage is entirely within the control of the Pyro, since they control when and how the target gets set on fire, and they can control the position of their target with an air blast to better secure a hit. And all of that damage is focused into one target, not two, so the chances of killing someone are better secured. In my eyes, deciding between the third degree or the Extinguisher on a server without random crits enabled boils down to this: would I rather consistently deal over 100 damage per swing, when I want, how I want, and almost always get a kill with a speed boost to escape, or sometimes deal 130 damage per swing, split between two people, and rarely secure a kill unless someone is backing me up, or if I play like an absolute idiot and wail on someone long enough to bring the medic down and then die? The Extinguisher is good when you want it to be good. The third degree is only good when a clueless enemy medic is around. That's about it. Without random crits, the third degree is simply outshined by the Extinguisher's offensive attack power and the usefulness of the Pyro's other melee utilities. But when random crits are enabled, the third degree is absolutely f***ing ridiculous. Nothing is packed full of more bullshit than one-shotting a medic through his own medi-beam with a random crit. But holy hell is it fun to pull off. Random crits reward third degree Pyros for playing stupid. Stupid in that they have to take a medic combo head-on with a melee weapon, which should mean that they die 99% of the time without anything impactful happening. But nope, they can usually bring down the medic and sometimes his healing patient with a random crit. For lack of a better descriptor, the third degree is a broken direct upgrade in casual. Oh, he said it, it's a wacky broken weapon. And I don't like it when the viability of a weapon primarily relies on the existence of random crits. It relies on semi-random chance, and not the skill of the player. Despite how fun it is to play with, the third degree needs to be tweaked so that it 1. Doesn't rely on the existence of random crits to be useful, 2. Relies on fewer external factors that are outside of the player's control, and 3. Isn't a direct upgrade to stock. Personally, I like the mechanic of hitting players through medi-beams. It's one of the more interesting mechanics in the game right now, and getting kills with it is very rewarding and satisfying. I think a proper version of the third degree retains this core mechanic, while being appropriately balanced to reward the Pyro for good positioning and timing, like the Extinguisher. So I say this: remove random crits on the third degree, give it a 15% damage penalty, but let it mini-crit players that are connected via healing beams. The 15% damage reduction brings the base damage down to 55, so no longer a direct upgrade. It would be weaker all around, but not completely useless outside of a scenario in which someone is getting healed. Mini crits boost the damage to about 75, so you can almost always two-shot a full health medic through a medi-beam. But if the medic doesn't go down, you still manage to land more worthwhile damage that can be followed up, and you remove more overheal on the medic's patient, making them more vulnerable as well. The effectiveness of the third degree would no longer rely on random crits, and it would be useful in servers without random crits enabled. Also, you could still buy crit canteens and one-shot packs of medics that are healing giants in MVM. I know that this fix doesn't address the situational nature of the weapon, but that's what makes it really fun to use. And that's a wrap. That's all I got. Let me know what you guys think. Would these stats work? Maybe something else? A friend of mine suggested that adding some kind of a damage resistance while active would make the third degree a bit better, but I think that would be too strong. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I understand that balancing items that are designed to solely target medics can be, tricky. All I know is that getting critted by a pyro through my own medi beam drives me to drink. Yes! Oh.
Hey, faggot!
Ah, was ist los?
If you will it into existence. Give me another one. Give me another one. Give me another one. Give me another one. Give me one. Give me another one. Come on. Come on. Pop it!